Hey, y'all. It's my last day of being in my 60s. Today. It's weird, isn't it? The last day of my 60s. In the morning when I wake up, I will be a 70-year-old man. As the Psalm of David said in the book of Psalms, I have been 7 and now I am 70 or something like that. I have been young and now I'm old. But good morning, everybody. Top of the morning to you. We had storms here in East Point last night. It was just good to lay in bed and hear all that rain hit against the bedroom windows. The yard's all wet and the garden's wet this morning. Sitting in my little dining room here in East Point. Bidding you a good day and a good morning, and hope you're doing okay, and just putting the blessings all out there around you. Whatever's in me that's good, whoever you are, I share my blessings with you, my hopes and my love with you. And but anyhow, I'm just kind of been in a weird little state of mind, changing over from one decade to another, to head into my 70s. So let's do the morning post this morning. Today is the last day of my 60s. I will turn 70 tomorrow, and I'll never travel down these roads again. What is done is done. There is no going back. Tomorrow I will journey into my 70s and beyond. There will these waters ahead will be uncharted waters for me. Will my 70s go by as quickly as my 60s? Will I have as much fun and pain and sorrow as I did in my 60s? For me, it is kind of a head scratcher to turn 70. In my mind, 70 has always been old people. As if living to be old is not that good of a thing. To me, 70s always meant death is lurking around the corner. But in reality, death is always lurking around the corner. There are no guarantees with life, in life. I could live to be 71 or 91. One never knows, really. Ava could go before me, although she is much younger. Life is just strange, weird, and it simply goes by really fast. What do I say about my 60s in a few short paragraphs? Sitting in my new chairs from Habitat as I wrote this morning because it was too wet to go sit outside. My health stayed good. I had cataract surgery on both eyes. And a few weeks ago, I had eyelid surgery. That aging thing. There was one time I had a big steroid needle go into my shoulder because my shoulder was in such pain for like weeks. And I finally went and they said, oh, he's just getting old. Gave me that shot hurt so bad. But 5 minutes later, my shoulder was fine. Aging. I lost 50 pounds in my 60s about 3 or 4 years ago and started walking 7 days a week. That's my way of saying I want to live longer. I lost my 2 best friends, Sammy and John, in my 60s. Ava and I did a road trip across the country. I did many trips with my kids. Jill, my daughter, returned to my old boyhood neighborhood of Cabbagetown and bought a house there. It reintroduced me to my boyhood hopes and dreams in ways that I never even thought possible. My 2 daughters picked up the slack when Sammy and John passed, and they became my best friends. I met God along the way. One time while singing How Great Thou Art, while sitting at sunset at White Sands Monument in New Mexico, and many other places along the way. It's something when we meet God. We can. Some of us do. I know some of you people are like, oh, that gets a little kooky, Eddie. I'm telling you. I became comfortable with God in my 60s. In my 30s and 40s, I got a little bit uncomfortable with all that because there was so much religion tied into it. The further I got away from religion, the closer I came face to face with God. Now, I'm not saying that's for you, but that's just the way it turned out for me. And now that I've lived 70 years, I'm an elder and I have some experience with life. Yeah. I too now can say, as my granny and my aunts and all the old mothers of the church when they'd stand up and testify, I too can also say, He is my joy. He is my comfort. He is my peace. Although I do understand that God is not a He, that God is simply me. In my 60s, I introduced my kids to New York City. In 2 weeks, we all go back to Manhattan again for a week while Savannah is on school break. I wonder sometimes, does my mama and brothers, do they know that I turn 70 tomorrow? Do they know that I've lived this long, extraordinary life here in this realm, in this dimension? Are they here with me? Sometimes I wonder. I wish I felt them more sometimes. I wish I could have dreams and visions of them more. They all seem to have been gone for so long now. Will we meet again? When we meet again, will we all just cry and hug each other? Will Mama still feel like Mama? I wonder sometimes, will I ever see them again? Or was this simply this? I have made peace with the possibility that this may be all there is. If so, in a strange, weird way, I'm good with that. I still would do it all again. Actually, we may all do it again and again and again. I wish that my brothers, James, Joe, and Jeffrey, had grown old with me. I wish that Sammy and John had also grown old with me. Sammy and John would have been a hoot to cut up with about this aging thing. I can just hear John say, now, I don't care how old I get, I'm going to find me a man. I'm like, go on, John, with your bad self. He's out there somewhere. We had so much fun, y'all. Tomorrow, my journey continues. But in some ways, it feels like a new journey also. A journey through my 70s. I have been 7. And look at me. I will now turn 70. It just feels weird to say it, to write it, to be it. 70. I will enjoy my last day of my 60s. I plan on doing a whole lot of nothing today. Good Thursday morning, sweet people. All you kind, sweet, precious people. I've met so many. Just met so many wonderful, kind, sweet people. From my childhood, through my church years, through my business years, I've just met so many sweet, kind people. And oh yes, by the way, Boom Boom came into my life in my 60s. Although he is a Baptist, he brought a lot of life into my life. Yeah, I love y'all. See y'all.